I'm Tina Swain, the CEO for Habitat for Humanity of Hillsborough County. In her book, The Color of Money, Black Banks and the Racial Wealth Gap, author Mirza Baradaran suggests that the wealth gap is where historic injustice breeds present suffering. Indeed, we continue to see this in our own communities year after year. Nearly a third of Black renters pay more than half of their income on housing, higher than any other racial or ethnic group, leaving little in the budget for food, healthcare, transportation, or savings. In early 2020, Brookings released data indicating that the net worth of a typical white family at $171,000 is nearly 10 times that of the typical Black family at $17,150. These are sobering numbers. As a result, Black parents have dramatically less wealth, assets, and economic security to pass on to their children, driving economic, educational, and housing disparities for the next generation as well. Not surprisingly, the gap in homeownership rates between white families at 71.9% and Black families at 41.8% is a significant contributor to the wealth gap. Homeownership continues to be the primary mechanism that American families use to build wealth. An analysis of Habitat Hillsborough homes sold from July 2012 to June of 2018, where current online values were compared to the appraised value at the time of purchase. It showed us that the average wealth accumulated from homes built during that period is $63,175 per household. The increased wealth accumulated by homeowners from the Habitat for Humanity affordable housing strategy is narrowing the wealth gap for minorities in Hillsborough County. Black Habitat for Humanity homebuyers, who are the majority of our homebuyers here in Hillsborough County, they are building equity and generational wealth. Local public officials can play a role in promoting wealth building opportunities for minority families through a variety of public policies. When making allocations of housing-related funds, elected officials should carefully consider the role that homeownership plays in wealth building. With strong population growth projected for the foreseeable future, it is reasonable to assume that the residential real estate will continue to be a wealth building asset for families who own homes in Hillsborough County. By contrast, renters will not share in the wealth building enjoyed by owners of residential real estate. Given the recent focus on social injustices throughout the nation, especially as it relates to Black families, it's imperative that solutions to solving the wealth gap be examined. The extent in which Black families participate in homeownership wealth building will be impacted by local housing policies and funding allocations. Public officials should consider the positive role that they can play in promoting homeownership wealth building and should correspondingly ensure that a considerable portion of housing funding is aimed at homeownership. Thank you.